Welcome to Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Jeff Prang is joining us today. He is a council member in West Hollywood. And so I want to speak about the city of West Hollywood and how it's doing in terms of its economic health. Was it tough during the recession? Are you doing better during the recovery? Where are we?
You know, West Hollywood, as you know, is a relatively young city. We're
Right.
celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. And I'm actually very proud of the way that the city managed its affairs throughout the recession. And a lot of that had to do with really good planning. At a time from 2008 to 2010, when other cities were furloughing employees, cutting services, laying off employees, we cut no services. We maintained 100% of our annual budget in reserves. And we determined many years ago that we would adopt very conservative budgets, that we would squirrel away money into reserves that would help us maintain our services during difficult economic times, but that also allowed us to do long-term planning to invest in infrastructure and other programs.
Did you have to access some of the money that was put in reserves, or did you even?
We did not.
Wow.
But we were still we did access it for some of our long-term planning. You know, we are doing major park renovations, infrastructure investments. So we had money available to invest in those projects at other times when cities didn't have the money to invest in infrastructure.
I want to get a sense of what's happening on the Sunset Strip because I'll drive down it. A little too crowded, so work on that, sir. But be that as it may, it seems like there's some development going on.
Well, the Sunset Strip, as you know, has been like the party capital of California since the 1920s during the era of Prohibition.
Right.
It's had, it's had its glamour days with Humphrey Bogart in the 40s and the 50s. It's had its rock and roll days.
Right.
Today, we've got like major investment on Sunset Strip. We have at least 4 new hotels that are being built, including the James Hotel at Sunset in La Cienega. And Marriott has a new brand called The Edition. They have one in London and one in that they're building at Sunset in Doheny.
Who's the target clientele for these hotels?
This is a high-end. They're high-end hotels. They're boutique hotels, very expensive per night, but a lot of entertainment industry, a lot of
is it also
performers.
Is it tourists from the Pacific Rim? Is it European tourists, or is it really targeting the entertainment folk?
Well, it's all of those things because we have an international clientele that come to West Hollywood. They come to Greater Los Angeles and stay in West Hollywood or Beverly Hills, but there's also a lot of entertainment industry performers who are performing at the Hollywood Bowl or other concert venues, here for awards shows. And we have even during the height of the recession, we still had about 85% capacity in our hotel rooms.
What about the residential side? West Hollywood is becoming popular for a whole new set of folks, a lot of, we'll call them kind of like suburban family types that are moving into West Hollywood.
Property, it's an exciting place to live, it's safe, high quality of services. So property values have been going up. So the city has been gentrifying like a lot of other communities on the west side. Our population has stayed relatively stable over the last 30 years, somewhere between 35 and 40,000 people. But there's a lot of investment in residential development. We actually have on our east side, hundreds of new units of high-end apartments which are being built and occupied.
I know in the early years of the city, there were a lot of Soviet immigrants that came in. Presumably a lot of them are dying out. Forgive me for saying it that way, but what's the replacement?
They're not really being placed by other seniors. The Soviet immigrants are getting older. They had families. A lot of their families and children are not staying in West Hollywood, but they're moving to the suburbs where they have a house in the yard. And those apartments are now upgrading, if you will. Yuppies, exactly.
Okay. So it's good times in West Hollywood, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Okay, his name is Jeff Prang. He is a member of the West Hollywood City Council. My name is Brad Pomerance. I want to thank you so much for watching Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.